Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone with us tonight to the Showers Antiquities auction number 7. This will be our second or third Wednesday night auction. We started out with Saturday auctions, but anyway, we have lots of interesting items tonight, and I'm just going to spend a few minutes going over the way we're going to do things this evening. And I should have talked to my people a little bit more, but my plan was to kind of stick with what we did last week concerning $40 purchase prices for each lot. And if someone does not chime in right away with a winning bid, or in the first couple of minutes with a winning bid, we will add some items to the lot. Each lot, we start out with my personal idea that each lot is already a substantial winning situation for each buyer with great items in it and more than enough to make money on. However, if need be, we will certainly graciously add extra items at the end if no one bids on it in the first couple of minutes. One thing I want to mention is the importance of letting us know what your email is and your phone number is, and also knowing how to contact me, etc. If you want to get in contact with me, please let us know, and we'll gladly send you my personal phone number. And you can call me or let me know what your personal interests are, what you're looking for in the auction, or what you would like to buy directly from me in the best possible deal. I wanted to note that it's very important to study the photos in the preview before the auction starts. That way you know exactly what's going up to bid right away. And if someone comes in right away and wants it, you are also prepared to be able to come in and immediately claim that particular item. We welcome recommendations and subjects of interest in the message column. Our auction kind of rules and that we go by for right now. And again, all of this is subject to change. We don't push anything at anyone, but each lot will be appropriately numbered in order. We'll start with 1 and go 1 through 40 consecutively. The required winning bid amount will be specified before each lot starts. And tonight it's going to be a $40 price as we go along. We estimate each auction will run for anywhere from 10 seconds to 3 minutes. And if we need to go a little bit longer, we will. What I'm going to do at this time is sit out lot number 1 as I'm talking to you. I'm going to have my assistant sit out lot number 1 outside the box as I'm talking to you, and you can study what's in there. But lot number 1 is going to be, and the other assistant, another assistant I have, is kind enough to count these pieces, and she estimates 157 pieces in lot number 1. And again, $40 claims the win. The first person to come in with that $40 will get it. And that will be as it appears on our screen, and it should appear on your screen. Whoever the first person is saying, I will take this lot, or I will take lot number 1, or whatever the lot is, or however you say it clearly, you will be the winner of that particular lot. Most lots will stay in a particular category with different lot examples. For example, if we have something like Victorian trade cards, usually most of these items will be all Victorian trade cards in the lot. However, if we do have a box of miscellaneous ephemera like we do to start off our auction this evening, we're going to have items crossing various genres, etc. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that question, Backpack Treasures. It is hard to study the preview. Well, this particular one, what we do is we have our photos online for days before the auction starts, and that's what you'd want to study. We're actually temporarily not going to do those quick previews and put them, maybe we used to do like a half-hour preview. And then we took photos and then we put it to music and did that in 2 minutes. And you're right. I can't agree with you more. It is hard to study what's in each lot. But what I recommend is to go to the photos, which I'm going to ask my assistants. We can go to they can look at our photos online, correct? That's why
I think they're on Facebook too.
Okay, yeah, on Facebook and different sites, and I will get direct answers on that. But you can see the photos that are laid out. My one assistant here lays out everything and pictures it in one comprehensive photo each week. So I definitely, when I am talking about studying the auction, it's much more so studying the photos themselves on as much time as it takes for you to do so, rather than watching a particular video where everything's flying by you. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. So it's important to study the photos themselves, not the little displays that we put together. Just not enough time to really get a grip on what's in there. We offer different lots, and I'm going to get this auction started in just a couple minutes, so bear with me. The things we particularly specialize in right now are baseball cards, Victorian trade cards, postcards, wrappers, non-sports cards, pinback buttons, miscellaneous ephemera, photos, greeting and holiday cards, match covers, smalls, pennants, die cuts, and much more. If for some reason you cannot see the photos that we carefully take days before each auction begins, for example, next week's auction, we're going to take those photos tomorrow and have them up online probably within 24 hours from now. So you can study them for 6 days before our next auction, which will be 1 week from right now, which is June 9th at 7 p.m. Please contact us and we will tell you how to study those. That's a given to me. You should be able to look at those photos and have no problem whatsoever. I do not want to make it hard for customers to be able to see ahead of time what they might be buying. And I know that some customers are able to do that. So I do know it's out there. And I appreciate that question. It is impossible to study it in a 2-minute time frame where 40 lots are flying by you. Next auction, as I said, June 9th, 1 week from tonight. The winning bidder can put lot number 1, I want it now for $40, or I'll take lot number 2, or whatever, however we can clearly see. Yeah, we will let you know where these photos can be found. Wendy's going to type that in now. Ian, if you're listening, please type in where these photos can be found. Also, this should be an easy access and no doubt about it for all customers to have that answer without even asking for it. So we'll get you that information. The winning bidder will get all the items presented by us at the time of their bid. We may even be encouraged, like we were last week, to throw in a couple extra things each time, but we'll see how that goes as the auction progresses. If we're getting no interest in a particular lot, I'll give you notice that we may be ending the lot without a winner. Last week, thanks to one diligent customer in particular and another one also, very thankful to say we were able to sell all of the lots. So could not have done that without those two individuals, and we graciously thank you for that. The fun part is I may choose to add items until a winning bidder is declared. Again, we're thankful at Showers Antiquities to provide dealer contentment and knowing a tremendous value is received. And also collectors will be getting unique and interesting items at great prices. Getting ready to get this auction underway with lot number 1 very shortly. And also want to mention that we offer free domestic shipping, that is within the United States with all lots. If you want us to ship outside the United States, then you will be responsible for all of the shipping costs. We thank you sincerely for joining us here at Showers Antiquities. We're looking to build a customer base. Please mention us to your friends if possible. Because we want to do this for a long time, hopefully, but we will only do it as long as we're able to get it done successfully. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to start the timer at 3 minutes. We look at lot number 1, 157 pieces. First person that will chime in, you can start that, Wendy. Okay, great. First person that comes in at $40 would get that lot as shown right now. I will discuss various points of the lot as we go along. We have real photo postcards in here. We have early agricultural almanacs, 1904, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We have a series of agricultural booklets. We have some Victorian era cards. We have ever-ready ink blotters, numerous postcards, look further down here at the bottom. Travel guide to Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Store advertisements from fall sale from Cress's 5 and Dime circa 1950s. Several of those in the lot. We'll mix things around here a little bit. We have potato chip bags. We have early advertising ink blotters with colorful graphics. Another Victorian style large trade card. As soon as one of you guys see someone, you just let me know. Yeah. I appreciate that very much. More, thank you, Daryl. More postcards here, Millersville University, etc. Like I said, a grand total of 157 pieces involved in this first lot that we have. To get things heated up here and started, I'm going to add a couple of items. Victorian die cuts on both sides of this particular sheet. So there's 8 die cuts from the Victorian era, all original. I do want to emphasize at Showers Antiquities that we do offer only original items. We don't copy anything. We don't look for reproductions. If we have reproductions in here, it's against our knowledge or will that we have them. Because of the low prices that we offer things for and the amount of quality that you get in them, we do not accept returns at this time. Just not worth the time and effort that we have involved in all of this, and I thank you for understanding that. More Victorian die cuts and trade cards in this auction. We have now eclipsed the 3-minute mark. I'll show you both sides of this. Another die cut in here, 8 of them, another 8 in this sheet, so there's 16 extra items in there, which drives the number up to 173 different pieces in this particular lot. And it helps me to know if you want to message us and let us know what particular items you have an interest in, to include what we've already mentioned. Let me know if you like baseball cards, you like football cards, you like autographs, you like smalls, non-sports cards, Victorian trade cards, pinback buttons, or other items. You let me know and I can add them in to the lots as we go along this evening. But I'm going to show one more sheet of die cuts, Victorian era die cuts here on both sides. I believe some of these are not double-sided, but I think two of them are. So that's 6 more items there. Putting this up to roughly 180 pieces. Okay, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate you taking that for $40. Thank you so much. And I'm immediately going to add in 2 more sheets of die cuts right there. And thank you for making last week's auction a success for us. I appreciate it. You carried us through that, and I thank you for that, without a doubt. Our next lot that we have is going to be 13 pieces of really cool Valentine style die cuts and fold outs, Victorian era. And as soon as Daryl gets all this gathered up here, we're going to have Wendy start the clock and on the next item. And actually, yeah, if you want to get that ready for bids, Wendy, that's good to go. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. And here, okay, great. Here is the first die cut. Again, all of these could be previewed throughout the week by looking at our site. And just so you can see the 3D on these pieces that you might not be able to see in a photo, you see some of these pieces fold out 3-dimensionally. And they're really neat and overall very good condition. Overall, but we're offering 13 of these here. I would rate these cards as one of the things that I kind of like, just due to the intricate artwork, design, and overall desirability to people, with me being able to resell these or, add them to a neat collection. Great little pieces here as I add them and go forward. Here's a three-dimensional little cutout, mechanical. A neat one of birds. Oftentimes you'll find these pieces with items with pieces missing off of them. Most of them appear to be fully intact here this evening. Look at this great little heart. You open it up, fans out into a wonderful little display piece, Cupid style on each side. Okay. Facebook. Yeah. This great little piece here. I'm going to sit that back down. As you can see, it closes back up as you sit it back down. Here's another neat little item in this particular lot. Folds out into a three-dimensional display. You can see it from the side, what this looks like. There you can see the 3 dimensions. At the Allentown Paper Show, these are hot sellers, and we set up there and do extremely well when we do set up there, popular with the customers at that particular sale, or that particular show rather. Okay, here's another 3-dimensional display on this particular larger size die cut. Angels and cherubs, etc. Kids playing violins. Okay, we now eclipse the 3-minute mark again on this particular lot.
It was lot 2.
Say that again.
It was lot 2.
Okay, this is lot number 2. I'm sorry. Yep. And I'm going to jump outside this particular genre. I can tell you from my experience that the stuff that's on that table right now is a double your money type proposition at the $40 price that we're at. If eventually we get to a point where we're not selling lots, I may be encouraged to offer them for a slightly reduced amount later on. We'll see how this auction goes along though. But I am going to show you now something I will add to this lot at this moment. And this is an amazing high-grade granite floor polish Black Americana trade card in fantastic condition. Overall, there's the back of it, advertising a store out of New York, etc., fully intact. But this was one that was obviously never used because it's maintained, and it's for granite floor paint. We will add that to this particular lot. That is already a really good buy at $40. Even at Renninger's, where I have a booth down there, to find these particular items, a lot of them might be $40 by themselves. Okay, here we have a series of Victorian era die cuts here, including those in the lot. I want to watch this particular trade card because it's a doozy. I've seen those sell in the past for $40 to $100 a piece, actually, just the trade card alone. More die cuts here, Victorian era die cuts. A third sheet with those on. And the way I come up with this stuff is over the years, if I buy a deal, I may sell off stuff to get my money back, or maybe make a little bit of money and then maintain the rest of the items over the years, and I rediscover them years later. That's what we do with a lot of this. Great little Victorian die cut down here in the corner on the original prop for that. Probably in about 30 seconds, we'll move on to the next lot, which would be lot number 3. We're currently on lot number 2, and we'll see how this progresses. We'll then also include these pieces in this particular lot, which are all die cut related Victorian era period paper items. 2 more items here. And one thing we plan on doing here with our auctions in the near, oh, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that very much. And I'm going to throw these 3 sheets here into the mix also. Thank you so much, Bruce. Hoping to encourage more participation in these lots, etc. We're going to check our venue and make sure that this is the best venue for us to be on to attract a solid customer base. I know at the markets I do and everything, I'm very fortunate to be able to say that we have people that, and thank you, Bruce. Thank you for the compliment on everything. I really appreciate that. Well, we literally over the years have had people that help us unload our vehicle because of what's inside there, and because we're always discovering fresh merchandise more than anything and looking for the best of all items that we could possibly get out there. Lot number 3 consists of 13 different vintage baseball photos. And I'm not going to say they're all first generation photos. Some of them are. They may be second generation photos, but they all have age to them. These are not new pieces. You can see this is identified as Monty Irvin on the back. He is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Then move on to Luke Appling, Baseball Hall of Famer. Yogi Berra on an official New York Yankees issued baseball photo premium. Baseball Hall of Famer, the great Yogi Berra. This is an awesome, really cool looking photo of the recently deceased Hammer and Hank Aaron, one of my personal favorites, a class act from the day he came in Major League Baseball till he passed away recently, a few months ago. Also, an original photo of legendary Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax, the youngest player to ever get into the Baseball Hall of Fame, retired with pain in his body at the age of 30, and by 36 years old, he's in the Hall of Fame. Amazing left-handed pitcher, one of the greatest in history, voted by many as the greatest pitcher to ever play. Curt Flood, the man responsible for baseball player free agency and arbitration, in 1969, challenged the system of how baseball players can be bought and purchased, etc. Challenged it and won, bringing on what's now free agency. Detroit Tigers player Roy Euler in an original Detroit Tigers premium. The splendid splinter Ted Williams, swinging his bat. One of the greatest 3 or 4 hitters to ever play the game, without a doubt. Longtime Yankees Hall of Fame manager Joe McCarthy managed teams in the 30s and 40s that won multiple World Series titles. Hall of Famer gentleman Jim Bottomley, St. Louis Cardinals, member of the Gas House Gang. Exceedingly popular Roy Campanella, 3-time most valuable player, Brooklyn Dodgers catcher. Al Lopez, Hall of Fame player and manager for the Cleveland Indians, lived to be 99 years old. And another Curt Flood photo, the man responsible for free agency today more than any other player, in an actual baseball game photo. Offering these all for one price. There's 13 different vintage baseball photos. Could be had for $40. That's roughly $3 each on really cool original baseball photos. We're now heading down to the 3-minute mark closing on this. because we're offering baseball items here, I'm going to throw in a 9-pocket sheet full of 1959, 1957, 1971 baseball cards. Try to get this lot sold in the next minute. Another sheet of vintage baseball cards from 1959 through 1971. And here's a kicker on this one. A third sheet added to this lot with a 1968 Roberto Clemente baseball card.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that very much. Here are another sheet and another sheet of vintage cards. Thank you so much for everything there. Again. It is, Bruce. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All I can tell you is, over the years, I would have spent more on these photos than what I'm offering them for. But like I said, a lot of factors are involved, such as being able to sell other parts of the deal over the years where it more than compensated me to buy the deal as a whole. And then I'm able to offer them to people like you for these prices. Very thankful for that, and thankful for you, Bruce. Lot number 4 is 23 pieces. This is of particular interest to me. I've seen this exact piece sell at the Allentown Paper Show for more than $50. This is an early large size die cut, about 10 inches tall with the original wings, an angelic figure. This is lot number 4, again, consisting of a total of 13 pieces. We have more Victorian trade cards, more die cuts to include a delicate butterfly, and other neat items to include 2 more trade cards there at the top of this sheet. Arbuckle's trade cards, more interesting versions of the Arbuckle cards. More trade cards here. Another grouping of 4 trade cards involved in this. Again, we should be at 23 pieces. This particular sheet is of special note. You have a grandfather clock die cut, circa 1900. And then this Harper whiskey piece actually shows a lady on one side, and pull this out to find more decoration below. In this particular Harper whiskey piece, it's a pull out. Put that back in there, and that is lot number 4, consisting of 23 pieces. In this lot, I will also add to it for Liebig's Meats Vegetable Extracts, these trade cards. Phenomenal condition, complete fronts and backs. Numides. 3-minute timer has gone off. Here are some half man, half horse trade card. All of this that I'm showing you is being added to an already excellent lot. This is lot number 4, consisting of 23 pieces, and also the 6 I just added, so at least 29 pieces there in lot number 4. Also include these Victorian die cut pieces in that particular lot. This one here is phenomenal. This little particular item. And another sheet full of delicate die cuts that have survived 130 plus years. Okay. Thank you, Backpack Treasures. I appreciate that very much. That includes everything that I've shown you there. And we're going to throw in this double-sided sheet of intricate calling cards. Thank you so much for bidding on that item, Backpack Treasures. Very much appreciated. As soon as Daryl gets these items off the table, we'll go to lot number 5, consisting of 32 different pieces. It's going to be a vintage greeting card lot consisting of numerous Valentines. Thank you for starting the 3-minute timer on this lot. Again, lot number 5. 32 pieces, and I want to thank you again, Backpack Treasures, for buying that. Very much appreciated. This is just a great lot of vintage Valentines. Lot number 5, 32 different Valentines. So a $40 purchase price, you're just over $1 a piece on these, and some of them are just really cool die cut pieces. Try to show each of them to you the best that I can before putting them down. Here's a 1960s space card. Of course, most of these open up into other things. I'll just show you this one in particular. Opens up into a quadrifold. Here's one that says "For a Fine Grandson." Well, right there's the front on this, and we open it up. Goes out into a complete erector set. As we noted earlier, no matter what, you would get all of the pieces, even if you bid right away in the auction. You get all of the pieces in a particular lot before I have them all displayed. For example, there's 32 pieces in lot number 5 here, and just because I don't have them all out doesn't mean you wouldn't get all of them. You will absolutely get all 32 pieces in the lot. That's a great early die cut that also opens up to a card. Backside. Great little pieces. I have a couple collectors from out of state that visit me at Renninger's and buy these off me regularly down there. People are always looking for this type of memorabilia because they're able to, some of them are able to remember it from their youth, and others know of its tremendous resale capabilities. Even this, I mean, just like most of these, they open up into a card that you could have sent a classmate or a friend. still showing you all the pieces in this lot. Quite a few left actually to put out there. A total of 32 pieces in lot number 5. This is a really cool 3-dimensional circus tent. Cool kid with a. We'll stop that clock for now. We'll go over the 3-minute mark again. Great little pirate ship style Valentine card. This one opens up into a scene. Girl and a boy standing at a fence talking. To my Valentine. I'm no hog, but I want you for my Valentine. That's what that one says right there. Cute little thing. Great early scene. Here's one that opens up into multiple scenes. You open that up, you see it's different than the one that's originally on the front, and then you'll open this card here, and it's completely different view. Metamorphic style Valentine card. Baby holding a bunny rabbit. Valentine card again. Those are the 32 Valentines in lot number 5. What I'll add to this lot are another 16 19th century amazing graphic calling cards. To this particular lot. Right now, those are included for the purchase price of $40. One of my favorite pieces that I have in reserve here this evening is Salisbury's Troubadours, the original and only advertising turtle, Victorian trade card in the shape of a turtle. Reverse side, writing, advertising the Salisbury Troubadours, the original and only. And it's a food. It's a turtle, Victorian trade card, probably 5 inches high by about 3 or 4 inches across, maybe 6 inches high. That would be added into the lot. And one of the finest spool and thread trade cards you'll ever see in terms of quality. Kerr and Company. Spool and thread Victorian trade card. Very, very colorful and high grade condition from the approximately 1890, 100% original. And I will offer one more piece in this particular lot, and then we'll move on to the next one. Another early spool and thread Victorian trade card. African American graphics on it. Great looking item. This piece alone had a $15 price tag on it. And I think it's worth more than that, to be honest with you. But, all right. Hey, thanks again, Bruce. I appreciate that very much. And I throw in another 16 pieces here. And here is another Victorian trade card that was marked $15 on it for new process starch, unfolded. Right there with fully intact and high grade condition. We will add that to your lot also, Bruce. Thank you very much. Yep, lot number 6 is going to be vintage baseball cards. We're going to offer 45 of these. And I'll show you the first page right off the bat here. We have Hall of Famer Bob Gibson, Hall of Famer Jack Chesbro. On the first page here, the Bob Gibson is a 1974 Topps card. Larry Bowa of the Phillies. We then go to a sheet filled with 1961 Topps, 1970, 1968, another 61 Topps. Another sheet full of late 50s, 60s, and early 70s baseball cards. More cards here. And yet another sheet of cards here. Not going to wait for that time to expire any further. I'm going to throw in another sheet with 1958s, 1960s cards, and 1971s across the bottom. That is included with your purchase price. So is this wonderful sheet of cards. Another sheet of 50s and 60s. Yet another sheet of 50s and 60s and early 70s cards. That should be able to sell this lot easily for $40. Again, that's how I got my start in this business, was through sports memorabilia and cards. Been into cards since I was about 7 or 8 years old. My grandmother used to take me to a country store, and I would ask for a pack of cards, and she would buy me the whole box. So I'd be able to sit at home, take the wrappers off, and look at the cards and sort them and put them in my shoebox, etc. I had a friend who I went to school with. He would come over and trade cards with me. He was a Yankees fan, and I was a big Red Machine fan at that time in the early to mid 70s. Pete Rose and Johnny Bench. I was always looking for those particular cards. I remember going to the Five and Dimes and buying rack packs of cards that you could see into. Also include this sheet of cards. And again, all of our cards are original, not reproduced cards. Cards you don't see every day from the 50s and 60s. And throw in this other sheet of 1957s, 58s. All of that for a great asking price of only $40 each. We started out with 45 pieces, and I think I added at least another 5 sheets, which would be another 45 pieces. So we're somewhere between. All right. Thank you, Bruce. And can't say thank you enough, Bruce, for all of your participation in our auctions. I'm adding that second lot. I'm adding a third sheet to that lot. Thank you so much for everything. So you should have approximately 120 different vintage baseball cards. 3 for $1. Should be able to do well with those, just knowing what I get for those. And thank you very much, Bruce, for buying that. Kept our streak alive of selling items like you did last week. Lot number 7 is another great lot of vintage baseball cards. As soon as Daryl gets back in here from carefully putting that other lot away, we'll start the clock on this. The clock is just a small formality that we use. This entire sheet is loaded with Hall of Famers: George Brett, Mike Schmidt, Bob Feller, Carl Yastrzemski, Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson. On this sheet, that Bob Feller in the middle there is an original 1961 Baseball Scoops vintage baseball card. If you have any questions or concerns or ideas along the way, please just message us. We're happy to receive all of your helpful information. Many more Hall of Famers here: Rickey Henderson, Carl Yastrzemski, Carlton Fisk, Eddie Murray. And like I said before, you get everything that's previewed in the lot, which is a full 6 sheets here in lot number 7, consisting of 54 different baseball cards. Whether or not I have them laid out, you get all of those for sure. We're not looking to take anything over in the customer. We're only looking to add to what the customer bought and make it even better than the original offering was. We thrive on good customer service and providing quality items to our customers. We want people to stay with us. We don't want them to buy something one time and leave. We appreciate everyone that is involved in this process. I'm not going to wait again for this time to elapse. Look at those great cards there, full color, for anywhere from the 50s to the early 70s. Second extra sheet, so that's 18 more cards on top of the 54. It puts us at 72 cards. Thank you again, Backpack Treasures, for contacting us and engaging us in conversation. We'll answer any questions that you have. Thankful to have you on board, and I love Canada personally, so great to be here. I've only ever left this country 4 times, and 3 of them were to Canada. So love it up there. The dream vacation would be to take a month and drive around Canada in the summertime, to go as far north as I could and explore the territory throughout there. Just a beautiful country. I keep adding cards as I'm talking here. Here's yet another sheet. Hopefully that'll sell the cards at this point, and I'd even be inclined to.
Go fishing, Bruce.
Yeah, and go. You're right, Bruce. I love fishing. I don't do it, but I like it every time I go, and I always said I would do that. I even retired from my real job 5 years ago and thought I would go fishing. My real job was as a dedicated federal law enforcement officer in the Department of Justice, sharing that private information with all those that are tuned in here this evening. And that's actually true. The part about being a federal law enforcement officer, anyway. Don't know how dedicated I was, but here are 9 more cards. My friend here says my nose is growing. He also worked with me in the Department of Justice. He doesn't have as high opinion of my quality of work as I do. Hey, Bruce, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And goes without saying, man, you're going to get loaded with cards here. How about that? Little shout out to you. I really appreciate that. And who knows what else may be coming your way. I appreciate it. Lot number 8, one of my favorites. I'm excited about this one. 32 pieces. We're going to get rocking and rolling here with some awesome Victorian trade cards. Some really cool ones. Great graphics on the back. Quite frankly, I review these things, I go over them, and I pick these lots, and I end up putting stuff in here that I didn't even realize I put in. I sell stoves like crazy to a couple particular customers, and here are 3 great stove advertising Victorian trade cards from Gratz, Pennsylvania, the heart of Pennsylvania Dutch country, Tri-Valley High School, Higgins, Pennsylvania, that area. Victorian trade cards from the 1890s. Some African-American trade cards. Some interesting Arbuckle's coffee trade cards. Nine more calling cards, trade cards. A fantastic sheet of trade cards here. And yet another sheet with a great little die cut Is that a ship? Yeah, die cut ship saying Happy Christmas on it. That is a very nice load of Victorian trade cards totaling 32 pieces. I know of only one place where you can buy 32 Victorian trade cards for $40, and you're dealing with those people right now. These have come from my personal accumulation and collection over the years, and we love to shock the world of people and give them great deals at minimal prices. We're talking a little over $1 a piece for attractive Victorian trade cards in lot number 8. If you don't mind, I'd like to add to this particular lot 16 great calling cards. Full color, nice condition overall. Here are a few more. That's everything, right? All the tea. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Thanks. And here, I'm going to add to this lot, out loud, Liebig's Meats trade cards. Our 3-minute timer is going off. We're going to go over that a little bit. See if we can make this lot unavoidable to buy. We're adding more high quality Victorian trade cards. Liebig's Meats. It is the original Liebig signature on the back. It's not written on. That's the way the trade cards were made. Great scenes, overall phenomenal condition on 1890s Liebig Meats Victorian trade cards, 100% original. One of the best overall pieces I have in my extra box this evening is an awesome furniture selling business with a in high grade condition Victorian trade card for Berger and Company.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you so much. I'll put that back in its protective plastic, add that to the lot. And I know this is a little outside the realm of the lot you just won, Bruce, but I'm going to add at a minimum here another 5 sheets of vintage football player postcards right here. You see that I'm jumping in front of Daryl as he's trying to clear off the table, but you'll see those some really cool cards in there. I'm going to add that to that lot to make it an incredible buy. Said it before, but thank you very much for making all of these lots sell. Lot number 9 consists of 65 pieces. Thank you, Bruce. And this is a mishmash lot of various ephemera. I'm going to show you as many pieces as I can in a 3-minute time frame. This is a never used, never sharpened pencil advertising S.H. Howells Manufacturing, Pottsville, PA, the 5-cent cigar, Smoke the Tube Rose advertising pencil. We then go into 1950s and 60s car advertising postcards, 6 of them in this sleeve alone. This is lot number 9, consisting of approximately 65 pieces. A great early advertising fan. The back of that is for Penn Argyle, Pennsylvania, W.S. Steinmetz Musical Instruments and Jewelry. We have an Erector Set, Gilbert Erector Set booklet. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. We have a series, and I didn't know I threw all these in here. It was supposed to be just a couple, but this is every one that I own. A series of Royal Arcanum bulletins from 1896. I'll show you how many are here. Okay, these are the official bulletin newspapers, complete in this lot. No idea what these are worth. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's at least 10 right there. Another stack of them here. It's got to be 10 more. All of the monthly official Royal Arcanum bulletins. These are 1897. So most of these appear to be different issues, which is a good thing. We have a travel guide for the state of Vermont, vintage travel guide. John Thompson's note speller guide. Oh, here's a great, I didn't realize this was in here. This is a outstanding early Montgomery Ward building materials catalog. Love catalogs, love what they have to offer. A lot of these have early equipment in and different things. I've always done well with catalogs. If you check my eBay store, the items I have up there and the items that are completed, I have a lot of catalogs. I love them. I just sold a cutlery catalog yesterday for $275, about an hour after I put it up in my eBay store. So it shows you the tremendous value that are in catalogs, good vintage catalogs. Potato chip bag, more vintage ink blotters, an unopened pack of Kojak cards from 1975, content still inside, unopened. Crazy stuff here, fun stuff. More farmers booklets from circa 1930s, vintage postcards. Okay, Carter, thank you so much for winning lot number 9. I thank you for that. I wasn't even close to showing you everything that's in it. It's a no-brainer. That catalog alone, I would have on eBay in my store at $95, and a great chance that I would sell this piece right here that we're talking about. Daryl's going to carefully pack that up for you. We take our time when we do these sort of things. We want to make sure that the items arrive to you in a fashion that we present them to you. We care about your stuff after you buy it, and want to make sure that it's handled in the best way possible by us. I thank all of you. Where that completes one. Well, we're going to head into lot 10, which will get us 1/4 of the way through this auction this evening. Yep, and Carter, I know this is a strange thing, but I'll throw in a sheet of vintage baseball cards with your already good purchase there. Thank you so much for joining us. That helps us a lot. Lot number 10 will be 18 pieces of vintage Valentines. Once again, these are really cool Valentines. Hopefully you were able to check these out. This is a monster Valentine. You can see from the size of my hand compared to the card. It's about 8 inches across and 10 inches high. The dog in it. Another Valentine right here. Look at the graphics on these working Valentines. Magnificent one here of a working bellhop carrying a bunch of packages. Look at this little thing. I didn't even realize this before, but you close this down and the top of the box opens on this mechanical bellhop, and it has a cat coming out of the top box there on that, a mechanical moving piece on this early Valentine. Fun stuff. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Carter. We very much appreciate that. Showing you all of these Valentines in lot number 10, consisting of 18 pieces. These are higher end Valentines. Here's a mechanical Valentine. You pull this little tab down here at the bottom, and her arm moves, swinging the heart in the air. Love that one. Here's another mechanical one with a moving cat on it. Cat running in motion. They don't make things like this anymore. This is what it's all about. Cool stuff. This Valentine here, girl with a beautiful big hat on. The hat folds open into a paper surprise at the top. Folds back. Another mechanical here. Girl working a item here. Household product. A moving umbrella with a bear. Die cut with a heart. Small die cuts. More small die cuts here. Again, whoever wins this lot gets all the items pictured. Look at this beautiful cat greeting card. Mechanical. Eyes move, hands move on it. They just don't do it like this anymore. And they also want 10 times the price for everything today. It's unfortunate. Have a boy in an airplane at the bottom of this piece. Our 3-minute timer has ended, and I'm still showing you items here. Die cut. And really cool item here. The last one I'm going to show you in this lot here of a little Native American Indian boy with a bow and arrow that moves, mechanical fashion. Here's the mechanical part of it. You pull this down and that goes back and forth on it. Awesome Victorian, not Victorian, but great 1950s style Valentine cards. This is lot number 10, and there's 18 pieces in that lot. Try to throw this lot over the edge here a little bit. I'm going to offer some non-sport cards with it. It's the closest thing I have to Valentine's in my extra pile here this evening. You have Star Trek cards with Spock. All 9 cards would be included in this lot of vintage Valentines, mechanical Valentines. And yet another sheet of Star Wars cards and much more. So that's 18 extra non-sport cards, vintage cards. But if it's okay with you, I'd like to add another 9, including a 1959 Monster card in the bottom right-hand corner, 1971 Cars card. I've now added 36 non-sport cards to this fascinating mechanical Valentine lot. This is lot number 10, which started out with 18 pieces and added 45 to that for a roughly 63 total pieces in this particular lot, I believe. I'm going to try one last thing on this particular lot and pull out one of the best Victorian trade cards that I have here this evening, advertising the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, a great cup of tea with an African-American scene on the front. It's the only time I've ever had this trade card, and I've owned probably 10 to 20,000 of these things over the years because I like them and they sell well. So that Victorian trade card would be added into the lot of Valentine's non-sport cards. And if this doesn't sell a lot, we're probably going to move on to the next lot here shortly. This is lot number 10 and start out at 18 pieces and up over 70 some pieces for sure. And now, I'll try one last thing at this point. I'll put in a Dino from the Flintstones, vintage button, circa 1964. Carter P, you'll take it. Thank you so much. And because of that, I'm also going to add in a John Tenner vintage pinback button, political button from 1910, circa 1910, in phenomenal condition. And 2 more sheets of non-sport cards to include the monkeys, etc. I'll just show you these here quickly. Daryl's putting everything away. I don't want to interrupt him. Thank you. Lot number 11 will be 12 total pieces. And anyone that deals in vintage sports cars, that's from the vendor, or related material will know how good these are. These would be eBay type material here. Vintage sports cars. Hello, Michael Whelan. Thank you for joining us, or Whalen. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that very much. Vintage sports car magazines. This is lot number 11, consisting of 12 different vintage sports car illustrated magazines. I'll show you these to you as carefully as I can here. Encourage different bidders to come in and be able to capture some of these great items. These are high-end, high-grade sports car illustrateds. This one is actually dated 1958. This one is over here, if I check that quickly, is also 1958. So these are even a little older than what I thought. Be the type of item you would put up on eBay. You have the retailer's original pricing of $1.50 back in 1956 on this particular one. This one features Singular Champion, the story of Mike Hawthorne, Sports Car Illustrated. Great looking magazines here. This one is for Jaguar. We're not even going to include that one. Yeah, that's a freebie in the lot. Another Sports Car Illustrated with unbelievable vehicles on the cover. Go through this guide here. Look at more things inside. Great graphics inside. Sports cars, 1959. These are the only examples of these that I have in my publication inventory. Sports cars, great interior view of that particular sports car. Ferrari Testarossa, one of the premier sports cars of all time. And yet another one with great sports cars on it, racing cars. Great scenes. 30 seconds left in this lot. This is lot number 11, or 12 pieces. We're just going to call it 11 pieces because that one, I believe, is missing part of the front cover, and I will include that in the lot, but I'm not happy with that. Just going to throw out something at you quickly to see if we can keep this string of selling all the items alive. Related to sports cars, another sports, have these great vintage football cards from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. every sheet I throw out there in front of you will be included in this particular lot. It started off at 12 pieces, and I've now added 18 cards to that. There's a great Deacon Jones card from 1971 of the Hall of Fame player. How about Larry Zonka, 1974 Hall of Famer football card? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots, totaling 5 sheets, rather 45 cards being added to the sports car magazines. And the last effort I think we'll make on this particular lot is to come in with 2 really nice vintage sports card 9-pocket sheets to include a 1964 Carl Yastrzemski card and another sheet of 9 cards. That will be everything that's offered in this particular $40 lot. Sports car magazines, I researched those, and they do sell in the $15 to $20 a piece range on those. And this is lot number 11, 12 pieces. And in about 5 seconds, we will, for the first time in a long time, thanks to several stellar customers, be moving on from this lot. Oh, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that for buying that lot. And because of that, I am going to also include 2 more great sheets of vintage cards at the very least. I can't thank you enough.
He said 12, but what do you think?
Oh, you also take that's a great move.
Lot 12?
Yep. On, did you have that underway? Yes. Okay. Do you have lot number 12 underway, Wendy? I'm sorry, because he has to bid after you put that up.
What?
And I don't expect you to. I just wondered if you did.
Did he actually want lot 11 or did he want 12?
Both.
Both.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can get that up there.
Okay. We're actually gonna just,
Can I just put?
yeah. Oh, you meant 11. Thank
Okay,
you,
that's what
Bruce.
I thought.
Yeah. Okay, you meant 11. Okay. And lot number 12. Okay, this is one that I can certainly brag about.
I'll
It's-
take both.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate
Get
that.
up there.
Yeah, we're not even going to lay those out. You saw them in the preview. Those are outstanding press kits. Please take time, because I'm an open book and transparent here, to review my eBay completed items list and see the press kits I've sold and what I've got for them in the past 6 months. I was amazed when I originally bought that lot of press kits. My partner was with me. We were out there looking at those, and we both had doubts in mind, but when we bought them, just unbelievable. The best buy of my lifetime in terms of what I paid and what I got out of it thus far. And I still have 90% of the stuff left. And I'm going to be offering that in the coming weeks here. This is back to what I'm more comfortable with, and what I really like are vintage Victorian trade cards. This is lot number 13. And we have 37 different Victorian era trade cards in this lot. We're starting off with that at $40. These are above average trade cards and related items from the Victorian era. First person to chime in at $40 will own these. Here's a great one for Clark's Hat Store in the upper middle, featuring a donkey on it. Trying to show you the best that I can with what I have here. We have a fun setup. More Arbuckle's Coffee advertising cards. Thank you, Darryl. We have another grouping of Victorian Arbuckle's cards, and Finishing off lot number 13 at 37 pieces is this sheet full of Victorian cards. All being offered 37 Victorian trade cards for $40. Okay, thank you, Carter. I appreciate you taking those. That is a good buy, without a doubt. I would gladly pay that myself for these Victorian trade cards, and I've bought many over the years. Anytime you can get them for around $1 a piece, it's a no-brainer. So thank you very much for that, Carter. Lot number 14 will be consisting of 54 different pieces, of which they are vintage baseball cards. Lot number 14 consists of Brooks Robinson, Lou Brock, Reggie Jackson, all early 70s cards. To name a few, here's an early 60s post serial box card, 1959 Phillies card, early 60s Philadelphia Phillies cards, Topps insert baseball cards, 3 of those on this one sheet alone. Luis Aparicio, a high number baseball card, Hall of Famer. These cards are intact. And yet another sheet of vintage baseball cards. This particular sheet is circa early 1970s. In appreciation of everyone that's tuned in and participating this evening, I'm not even going to wait till the clock to end. I'm going to throw in this sheet, which features a 1957 Brooklyn Dodgers baseball team card. That's the last year that they were in Brooklyn before moving to Los Angeles. '60s baseball cards to include Hall of Famer Don Sutton, 1968 Topps. Nice looking card. Hall of Fame pitcher with more than 324 wins, I believe, in his career. 1968 Carl Yastrzemski with Harmon Killebrew. Beside that, a 1957 Larry Doby Hall of Famer baseball card, all included for the price of $40. Currently, what we have laid out there is a no-brainer on making money. If you can't double your money on that, I would be surprised. It's based on my past experience only. This is lot number 13, started out at 37 pieces, and I think I added. Okay, thanks a lot, Bruce. Can't go wrong with this. There's a Chicago Cubs. Great cards, 50s, 60s. We're going to throw those in. Right there, there's a Whitey Herzog rookie card, Hall of Famer Whitey Herzog, up in the upper right-hand corner. That alone books in the $30 to $40 range. And we'll throw that sheet in too. So 3 more sheets on top of everything. Thank you very much, Bruce. We're going to talk about lot number 15 a little bit ahead of time. That will consist of 5 different desirable music press kits for $40. That is lot number 15. We're going to lay those out and show them to you. Each of these particular ones I have sold either on eBay or in person for at least $30 each. Sometimes it takes a little while, sometimes it doesn't. This is lot number 15. There is Mr. Big. Well, what is a music press kit? It's an advertising folder in this case. Opens it up. It tells you the story of each of the band members on the inside. Okay, thank you, Mr. Whalen, for taking lot number 15. I won't bother to show the rest other than to put them all together with Mr. Big here. Lot number 15. I thank you very much for that. If you check out Finds, F-I-N-D-S 2, the number 2, just by itself, and Life, Finds 2 Life, that is my eBay store. Check out my current auctions running and my sold items in there. It's an open book, and you'll see how much I've been fortunate enough to get for those music press kits and other items of which I sell here and give the opportunity to buy at a much lower price here at Showers Antiquities. Looking to grow the business, meet people, find customers that we didn't previously have, and so far it's been an enjoyable journey. And we're extremely blessed and thankful to have all of you here this evening. Thank you so much for that. And thanks again, Mr. Whalen, for buying that. Thank you, Michael. This is lot number 16. It consists of 32 different Valentines again. Most of these are die-cut Valentines with great looks to them. I found over the years that these are very easy for me to sell, high collectability. Some of these I've sold actually were like miniature, they called them lollipop holders. Literally would have lollipops in them when they were in their original country store that they came out in. These are circa 1940s to early 1960s. Is a great little one with cat and glitter around it in a little spaceship. Here's another Valentine die cut. Here is a tomato head Valentine. Here is a clown, a Valentine for you, grandson. Get a whole box, right? Okay, bring that. Bring the whole box out. Yeah, thank you. Good idea. A Christmas train for a small boy. Great fold-out cards. Extremely colorful. I've always liked colorful, brilliantly colorful items in different areas of collectability. And hello, Picky Nicky. Thank you for joining us. I am very thankful to have you here. Enjoy growing this customer base. We're having fun this evening and having a successful auction thanks to the people that have bought items so far. The 3-minute timer on this particular lot has already expired somehow. This is lot number 16 that we're currently on out of 40 lots. An incredible lot of vintage high-grade Valentines. Phenomenal condition overall. All Valentines, I believe, are different.
Michael invited her.
Michael, thank you so much for inviting Picky Nicky. Wheels, I like that. Thank you so much for that. I'm very thankful for those that encourage others to be a part of this process. Takes the burden down on people that are overly generous and great customers, you know, that buy so much from us. It takes their burden down to, you know, not having to, I guess, buy everything.
Feel compelled to buy.
Yeah, compelled to buy. Yeah, exactly. We try to make you compelled to buy on the quality items that we have. Michael, yeah, that's good to know. She's an amazing lady. That is great to know. We like amazing people. Bruce, thank you again for the kind words there. I appreciate that. And just to have the neatest customers. It's just been a pleasure to meet everyone and talk to everyone, and just the camaraderie. It kind of warms me up a little bit because the world can be so negative sometimes, and I'm just always happy to meet positive people. Okay, we showed you all of the Valentines that are in this particular lot, which was lot number 16. 32 different Valentines.
Yes, she needs to register.
Yeah. Yeah, Nikki, I'll tell you what, you can register. It's okay with us if you do it after the auction, for sure. So if you just want to stay on and bid at this time, you can. Wendy will take down all your information. It's very important to us that we get your email and your phone number, eventually from you. Allows us to contact you, and you can contact us at any time also. We appreciate hearing back from you. What I'm going to do is, to sell this lot, is I'm going to add an amazing 1880s Victorian trade card in phenomenal condition to this particular lot. And this is advertising what I believe is a play called The Ambassador's Daughter in this lot.
Sold.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much for that. And that is extremely appreciated. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a Druggists and Sundries Victorian trade card in phenomenal condition. Easily a wholesale $15 trade card to that particular lot. And hopefully you can still use these, but 18 more vintage baseball cards in that lot. So you have quite a mixed bag there. I'm going to be putting together some other special prizes for people and as I get a chance to throughout this coming week, big time. And I'm going to make it fun and make it worthwhile for everyone. We're definitely going to get that done. Okay, lot number 17 is a fun lot of mixed paper consisting of approximately 114 different pieces. We're going to lay this out for you, and I'm going to do my best to explain what these items are as we go along. Again, the agricultural booklets that we have. I want to lay those out for you here. Yeah. We have advertising ink blotters. I have my helper here, Daryl, help me in putting some of this stuff out here. Vintage money, a couple Victorian era pieces that are unfortunately glued to paper, but they can be removed. First day envelopes, more vintage envelopes. Okay, this is a fixed price auction. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Backpack Treasures, for informing Nikki of that. Okay, Carter, thank you so much for taking lot number 17. I'll have Daryl pack that up very carefully for you. And we also have, my assistant just found this. We don't play any games here. We found yet another Smoke the Tube Rose 5-cent cigar advertising pencil. That will be included in this lot also, as Daryl carefully packs that away for you. We're going to head up, start talking about lot number 18. This is the vintage Ronald Reagan election lot from 1981. This will consist of the original vintage pinback buttons and ribbons from the 1981 Reagan-Bush inauguration. This is lot number 18. Here's the first pinback button. As soon as we're able to show you that there, we will. Official inauguration button that you only got if you attended the inauguration on January 20th, 1981. These pinbacks, as you can see from the size of my hand, are large. I think they're 5 inches in diameter. And yet another one offered on Inauguration Day, 1981. Also, we have the 1981 inaugural presidential program from that particular day. I don't know what's inside these. Didn't look at it before. We have the original insert, the original ticket for admitting one guest to this particular inauguration. I see this lot as being a moneymaker because presidential material always has interest in the greater public. We can open that up and see what the inside of that inaugural booklet looks like. Now, we had this listed as only 5 pieces. There's actually a couple more that showed up in here. It says the 50th American Inaugural Ball right here. I didn't know these were in here either. Also have a large ticket to that saying when it starts in DC on this particular night of January 20th, 1981, which, believe it or not, is over 40 years ago already. You have a drink stirrer from the White House in there. And also the official guidebook to the 50th American Inaugural Presidential Day. This was number 50 in U.S. history, of all things. And again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in this thing alone. Then you also have the full booklet with its contents. You count that as 1 piece, 6, and 3 large pinback buttons, all being offered for only $40. And I know this really doesn't go with the item, but I'm not going to wait until the 3-minute timer runs out. But what I'm going to offer is a Hood's 1890s with the original envelope, Hood's Sarsaparilla original photos, never taken out, it appears, from this original envelope advertising Hood's Sarsaparilla. Still had all the original photos inside of it. All of this lot is being offered for $40. The Hood's Sarsaparilla advertising envelope with Hood's Sarsaparilla advertising also on the reverse side. It has a minimum of 6 photos inside the original advertising envelope. Along with the presidential theme of this lot, I am going to offer you a high-end George Washington advertising Victorian trade card also in this lot. It's got to be a $20 trade card. Also being offered in this lot for $40 total. You would acquire everything that's shown here. George Washington in full color with wife Martha sitting off to the side there.
So,
Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate that.
He means 18.
yeah, he does.
And I'll tell you what, with that win there, Bruce, I am going to add in at this moment another 4 press kits. These particular press kits do not have folders with them, and that's just the way they originally came. But I can promise you that they are good. And just to show you what some of these are, Rick Ocasek of the Cars, I think passed away in the last year or two, and the outfield. These press kits come with the photo and the corresponding bio. Like I said, this is the way I sold them on eBay. They have sold like crazy for me at outrageously good prices. Well, thank you, Bruce. I'm glad you like that. You'll do very well with that lot, I have no doubt. Lot number 19, back to Victorian trade cards, consisting of 28 total pieces. great looking Arbuckles trade cards in lot number 19. Again, 28 different Victorian trade cards here. Intact backs in this particular view. More Victorian era cards. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for taking lot number 19. And I don't have extra sheets of the trade cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go crazy here and add 27 baseball cards, vintage cards to that particular lot as you see them there. Thank you very much, Bruce. So Picky Nicky is letting us know that Wheels, Michael Whalen is, or hopefully I'm saying that right, or Whelan, is a card buyer. So we're going to have great cards here throughout the evening, and each auction is that's why we got our start. Lot number 20 consists of 45 cards. Here we go. We're rolling with them already. 1973 Topps Willie Stargell, Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Famer, 400 plus home run hitter in the middle there. Topps insert cards. A great post serial card here at the bottom on this one to include other 1960s cards. You have 1961 cards. One thing I tried. Okay, great. Thank you, Carter. I appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy an extra 18 cards as you see them here, including a 51 Topps card. Thank you so much. We've now completed half of the auction. Let's roll through the second half. And I am extremely thankful that all of you have tuned in and made this all possible for us. Lot number 21, 6 pieces. We're getting those up and underway. This is an absolute no-brainer again. Thank you, Carter. We have the Badlands Rock and Roll Group. These are music press kits. You see this folds open, and inside this particular press kit, we have a Badlands advertising photo. I have gotten $40 alone or more for this particular press kit. Very fortunate, again, to come across this find last year in the middle of nowhere. The rock group Tangier. You have the
Sold.
Okay. Thank you, Bruce, very much. We'll put those away, and what I will do is add another 1, 2, 3 box or press kits to that particular winning lot. That is one of the very neat lot. Hair bands do very well for me. Rap was the one that just went crazy and through the roof. Also great sales with grunge music. And like I said, heavy metal or hair bands from the 80s, early 90s, etc. Did phenomenally well. Thank you again, Bruce. Lot number 22. Back to Valentine's. We have 31 pieces of those, and I'm going to show you some really cool ones in this one. Kid on a rocket ship. These open up. We also have fish in an aquarium. Boy dressed up as a young Native American Indian. Some of these have little sticks on the back to prop them up. Easel backs is what I should say. A much earlier die-cut style Valentine, circa 1930s. A fan style Valentine. Opens up on that little thing. Cute little Valentine. A painter. Oh, yes, one of my favorites. Dennis the Menace. Original advertising Valentine, die cut heart. Cowgirl Valentine. A few others, a cheerleader. Little Valentine love piece. Okay, oh, there's a mechanical. I thought we might be missing the head, but it's a mechanical Valentine here. Put that down. Bring that head up. Right there on that young girl. Valentine. Thank you, Bruce, very much. Can't thank you enough. Little pigs. Again, a die cut front on this one. Look how this one opens up. These don't do justice as the way we display them here. You'll be amazed in person how beautiful these cards are. This is lot number 22, consisting of 31 pieces. You make me so happy, that one reads. And another Valentine's Day. We're going to continue on past the 3-minute mark as this goes off here. We have the rabbit Valentine reaching out of the fence. We're not even close to done here yet on this lot, just in the items originally photographed. Jungle Hearts, African American style Valentine with a heart in the background. Numerous more Valentines here. Like we said, 31 pieces in this particular lot was our count. Great looking stuff here. Early puppy dog. Opens up into a neat little Valentine. Millions could buy it. Couldn't buy it. Not for sale. Little doggy's heart is not for sale. And probably the best piece in this particular lot is saved for last here. A mechanical large tree with the hearts moving on the inside with a little sailor boy with bunnies around dancing. It's a large piece, probably 10 inches high and about 8 inches across on this Valentine. I will quickly add yet another Hood's Photos of the World, Hood's Sarsaparilla in the original envelope. I believe these are from the 1890s. This is number 8 in the series, done by Hood's. I don't see a date on there right now. There probably is somewhere, but I will include that in the lot of Valentines. Appreciate all those that have tuned in tonight, and in particular, those that have bought items. Can't thank you enough. Another piece of ephemera here is an amazing early organ and piano Victorian trade card. Phenomenal condition. There's a blank back, extremely colorful front, probably never used. 100% original, circa 1895, give or take a couple years. Extremely colorful advertising. Organs and Piano Company of Boston, Chicago, and New York. That will be included in this lot as we see it now for only $40. So we're talking about a full packet of Hood's Sarsaparilla Photos of the World from 1895. This 1890s Victorian trade card from the organ and piano business. And all approximate 31 pieces of Valentine cards as you see them. We will end this lot shortly. Already at a fabulous buy. It says nothing to do with what we're selling here, and I'm not sure why I'm mixing it in, but I will put in 2 great lots of vintage football cards to include Topps insert cards. Nice looking group there. And here is a sheet full of Hall of Famers with Penn State's Dave Robinson of the Green Bay Packers also, Bob Brown, Hall of Fame offensive lineman, and many other vintage football cards there. The lot of Valentines is an extremely nice lot of vintage Valentines where you would be getting those alone for about $1.30 each. And then we added in all the other stuff that should make this lot go.
So,
Okay. Thank you, Carter. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's Bruce.
Oh, Bruce first. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry I messed that up. Thank you very much, Bruce, on that lot. Going to throw in, you're going to have yourself quite a baseball archive here, but I'm going to throw in these 2 sheets also at the very end on winning that lot. Thank both of you for trying to win that. He says, let Carter have it. Carter, would you like to have that lot at $40? You can let us know by messaging us. Thanks for that offer there, Bruce. Very kind. And if Carter tells us he wants that lot, we'll send that his way instead. The next lot is going to be lot number 23. We'll start the timer at 3 minutes. And this is an extensive lot of hunting items, and I will read them off to you. These also sell well on the internet or directly. This is a 1925 original catalog of the Game, Fish, and Forest Laws. This will be a total of 18 pieces. This is a 1923 catalog of the same Game, Fish, and Forest Laws. Just don't see these out there. All right, we're going to give that to Bruce then. Thank you, Carter. I appreciate the offer, Bruce. Take a look at this, the Indian Fish and Game Territory Laws booklet. All I can tell you is I know this one for sure is a no-brainer. I didn't realize there were this many items involved in it, and the quality that they do have. Indian Fish and Game Territory, again, by Robertson and Son, Indian Reserve. Look at the early graphics on that. I had honestly no idea on this particular one that there was so much good stuff in these early booklets. And this one appears to be circa 1920s, but I don't want to say that for sure. Great graphics on the inside. Actually, 1940 is the date we have here on this particular high-grade hunting booklet. I don't say this too often throughout the auctions, but this one should be rolling right now. Look at the graphics on this. Robertson and Son outdoor booklets. Indian Fish and Game Territory. If you're not a fan of hunting and fishing, I can tell you this. This is a money maker either way. We can promise you that. Yeah, this is the combat shooting for police. I have no idea why I put that in with hunting and fishing, but hey, a little bias toward the federal law enforcement. There it is at the highest level. Back to guns and shooting. Catalog. My friend Daryl here, everything he knows today, he's thanked me for teaching him, and I can't thank him enough for believing that. So, Sportsman's Digest. Look at this beauty. March of, how early is this? Tell you what, Daryl, could you look up a year on that for me? Sportsman's Digest with a dog on the front. All I can tell you is this lot is a no-brainer. Gun catalog by Mako. More guns. Popular handgun catalog. Oh, look at it. UMC ammunition. I don't know what happened here, but oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a big mistake is what this is. If this, I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, just so you know on the back, this was redone in 1962. So it is 58 years old, but it's a UMC ammunition original catalog with the bullets inside, ammunition, different things. That's exactly the type of thing that lights a fire under my buying interests right there. Also a hunting and fishing handbook. Let's look in here. Graphics and information throughout. Sporting firearms. Marlin Sporting Firearms. I never say this, but I'm astonished that someone hasn't rung in on this one yet, because this is a doozy lot here. Remington Firearms. I will be happy to keep this one, even though I appreciate you guys buying everything, because I know for a fact, and this is the last particular catalog in this lot. These aren't just covers. These are the original catalogs for Remington with their ammunition inside. Vintage. It's got to be 60s. This particular lot is so good that it's the only one I know I'm not going to add anything to. Maybe. Okay, that's how sure I am. And okay, lot number 23 sold to Michael Whelan. What the heck? That's right, Michael. I promise you this. I am not always positive about things, but I am positive about this one. Absolutely. And my assistant, Beverly, who's much more cautious in her statements, also agrees. She likes this one. She runs one of the 2 eBay stores I have, and she knows what sells. This is one of the things that sells. Thank you, Wendy. Lot number 24. Back to the fantastic die cuts, and based on what's going on this evening, yep, Michael, I think you're gonna really like that. We're gonna have Daryl start the clock here shortly for 3 minutes. This is a complete Victorian die cut, and you can see by being in the plastic, it doesn't do it justice. But this is a complete die cut with the tree involved, the backside, Snow Angel. Like I said, I do the Allentown Paper Show. I love that show. Looking forward to it eventually coming back in the fall. We missed it last year because of COVID. They didn't have it, and they missed the spring show again this year because of COVID-related reasons. But I've seen that piece sell at the Allentown Show for more than $50 by itself, easily. Pillsbury Best Flower advertising card. Right there it is with a complete back on it. But look at the graphics on the Pillsbury Flower card. Amazing. 1910 card, die cut card down below with another Victorian trade card. This lot consisting of 14 higher grade, higher quality pieces. Another Victorian trade card, African American on there. Take a look at this. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Picky Nikki. I love Victorian trade cards also, and I hope you enjoy these. I am going to add one extremely nice high-end card. The customer or the person I bought it from, this card I'm adding, they had marked at $30. They like to write on the back of the cards in pencil. This card I'm adding at no extra charge to your $40 purchase price. Okay, it reads, the celebrated pearl shirts are the best. That is being added to this lot. Thank you so much, Picky Nikki. That lot is sold. And I'll get that lot removed and we'll head on to the next one. Oh, there we go. And lot number 24 is sold. Now, lot number 25 consists of 105 pieces. My assistant Beverly is handing those items to me at this time. These are going to be all over the place, all kinds of knickknacks to sell for $1 a piece, up to got to be definitely $10 items throughout this piece here. Offering all of this to you for $40. Early drivers information, 105 pieces up for bid at this time. First person to come in at $40 will win this particular lot, all the way from driver's licenses to sports memorabilia. I'll lay it out here and talk about what I can as I can. Move this upside down. It's my fault. Victorian trade cards throughout this piece. A manila rope salesman's card. More of the agricultural booklets. And Picky Nicky, we thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're happy. We want you all to be happy. We do our best to make sure that happens. People running for different political spots in here. Conjunction Junction, Massachusetts, 1910 illustrated business statement, calendars, county treasurers, some very neat 5 and dime style Johnson's baby lotions never used store advertising pieces, gem single edge blades, the best ever hard rubber combs. Daryl doesn't use those. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. I don't even know what this folds open into. It's all kinds of surprises. I believe that's more store advertising ephemera there. This is lot number 25, paper ephemera, 105 estimated pieces. Oh, look at this. Elizabeth Post, 15-cent exclusive at Crest department stores, advertising sign, miniature sign, maybe 5 inches across by 8 inches high. Cute little thing. Ah, Smokey the Bear, prevent forest fires, vintage pamphlet. Oh, yet another Elizabeth Post 15-cent exclusive by Crest. I think probably the same. And then look at this, Elizabeth Post tissues, 300 for 19 cents. Crest department store. That would have been the tissues I would have been buying right there. Advertising booklets. It goes on and on. We don't even have a lot of the stuff in the screen yet. The Lebanon Fertilizer Works agricultural booklet, never used, mint condition, 1939. This goes on and on here. Look at the graphics on this early standard Hartford, Connecticut, Harvey B. Gonde Garage. The graphics on that early car right there. The Harrisburg YMCA, yet another garage piece. Ink blotters. MC Lilly Company, they made fraternal order uniforms, etc. Here is one of their original mailing envelopes with the company address on them. They were out of Columbus, Ohio. One of the world's biggest makers of fraternal order memorabilia. Original, personally hand-done, accented doilies in the original pack. A blue coal advertising ink blotter. A great Here at Last refrigerator catalog called the Here at Last refrigerator. Opens up. It was a rare mailer out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. They would mail this to dealers advertising their upcoming refrigerators. That brochure / catalog is included. in lot number 25, 105 pieces. Guess what, people? We haven't even included any of this stuff yet out of the 105 pieces. An unused women's Save Your Hand Stovine polishing mitten advertising country store bag. They used to advertise on the bags they gave you at the country store. That's how neat this is. A never used coffee bag for Gunston Hall Coffee out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. All of this can be had for $40. First person to chime in wins it. An early Foxy Dad Happy Father's Day card circa 1958. A Bank of Baltimore check from 1867 with illustrations on it. Vintage money. Not exactly sure how old that is. No idea. A War of Consumption vintage booklet. Greeting card. All of this could be had for $40. Rare advertising booklets. Much more. Okay, thank you, Carter P. You got a great lot there. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And we even found two more pieces that we didn't originally have in there. And for what it's worth to you, Carter, we're also going to include these 2 sheets of vintage cards to add to that already great buy. Thank you so much. Lot number 26 consists of 54 different vintage sports cards, to include a 1959 Nellie Fox Hall of Famer baseball card, numerous cards from the late 50s, 1960s, and early 70s. We'll take a quick look at the Fox baseball card in the middle there. Lay that down. I'm having Daryl work hard here. He's setting the timer for me also. Thank you. Early 1970s cards. Try to point out some of the highlights in these vintage card sheets. Again, all of these cards are 100% original. Here's a sheet of all 1968 Topps baseball cards. More vintage baseball cards. And yet another sheet. So we have 6 sheets with 9 cards per sheet. That's a grand total of 54 cards in this great lot, number 26, consisting of 54 different vintage sports cards. Those of you that are both football and baseball fans, allow us to throw in a Roger Staubach 1972 Topps rookie card as pictured right there, along with 8 other cards on this 9-pocket sheet, which also has Harlan Hill, early 60s football card. Harlan Hill is the guy that the division. Okay. Thank you very much, Bruce. It includes that sheet. I'm going to throw in that sheet also. And yet another sheet of vintage football cards right here. All to you. Thank you so much, Bruce, for buying that particular lot also. Next lot we have up for bid is lot 27, which ironically enough features 27 pieces of amazing Victorian trade cards. This one titled Handsome Is as Handsome Does. Yeah, Bruce, I'm the same way. I don't like many Cowboys, but I do respect Roger Staubach. I grew up liking the Redskins and also the Steelers. But Vanity Fair cigar here in this Victorian trade card lot. This is lot 27. 27 pieces, all individually great Victorian trade cards. This is a Handsome Mrs. Handsome Does is a Hood Sarsaparilla miniature booklet with dog illustrations on the front. Roger Staubach being a great Navy veteran and a Heisman Trophy winner. Nothing but respect for that man. We have a great sausage advertising Victorian trade card. We have a Mrs. Winslow Soothing Syrup Victorian trade card.
Sold.
Okay, and I thank you, Bruce. Your $40 purchase, that includes everything that's seen here. Great high quality cards. And because it's what I have the most of here this evening, and next week I'm going to be featuring some other vintage prizes, but Bruce, we're also going to throw in, because of all your purchases, we're throwing in 4 great sheets of vintage sport cards as purchased. This is next lot coming up is lot number 28. Get ready for this one, guys, because this is one of the more fun lots I have this evening. Rookie card of Ed Ott from Muncie, Pennsylvania, a local town near us. Yes, Bruce is cleaning up, Michael. He did last week also, and I am extremely thankful for that. We have a series here of vintage Major League Baseball helmets, miniature helmets in the original plastic bag here. And thank you, Bruce. I appreciate you saying that very much. We take a lot of time in putting together, this stuff, and we're thankful that it's appreciated. And I can tell you, you're appreciated, and every other customer is also. Here's a Ty Cobb. Take lot number 28. Thank you, Michael. We will just pack that up as is. You're going to love it. And I'm going to include these 18 vintage cards in there also. We're going to add that to your other pieces that you just won in there in lot number 28. This lot number 29 coming up is 57 different pieces of what we call tchotchkes. This lot number 28, we have this is 29, approximately 57 different pieces. Here's a metal vintage baseball player. It looks like a Philadelphia Philly, not sure though. And this is lot number 29, which is getting underway right now. First one to chime in at $40 and wanting this lot will receive the lot. I'm going to show you a lot of highlights from it. We have a miniature Yolks Good Buttermilk Bread advertising roller pen from the 1940s. This is lot number 29. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it very much. Some of the featured items in this particular lot, which you can see via our photo, are Santa Claus holders. My guess is this would be a toothpick holder here. Vintage Santa Claus toothpick holder. Yet another different Santa Claus toothpick holder. It shows Santa Claus on snow skis. There's the area for the toothpicks. I believe that's what would have went in there. We also have camel decoration, solid. We have bisque bride and groom set in the original bisque wrappings here to show you what's in here. Dandy piece. Okay, there's the bride, obviously. We also have the groom in here. The original bisque set in the original holder. And we have a moving arm here, meant to move on this particular bisque, has a string attachment in it. This again is lot number 29, and we have 57 pieces, of which I have not yet begun to show you a good chunk of them.
You forgot it.
Okay, we also have a vintage metal car. Oh, take lot number 29. Thank you, Carter. not yet begun to show you, but I do want to show you a couple, one other interesting piece, a turn of the century pencil kit, pencil box that's included in there. We're going to pack that all up for you. Another interesting item is an Edgeworth tobacco tin in great condition. Getting all of those items to also include a Vegan Spawn beer bottle opener, advertising bottle opener. We're going to add all that in there. As we slide this across to Daryl, you'll be getting all of these items. He carefully packs them up for you. Yep. Good job, Carter. I appreciate that. And thanks for your words there, Michael. Yeah, you'll definitely enjoy that particular lot. And because of the quantity I have here this evening, again, next week we're gonna add these into an already amazing buy. But I'm gonna come next week to the auction with a whole bunch of added pieces to really make it fun. I'm gonna dig into our archives and see what we come up with. We like what we do. Lot number 30 is another baseball card lot featuring 54 pieces. We have Hall of Famer Casey Stengel in the middle. And consider, and I hope no one here is related to Don Mossy, but I consider him right down there in that lower left corner one of the funniest looking guys to ever play the game. Very effective reliever for like 16 years. I'm just fascinated by his cards. Anyway, there's 9 cards right there. This is lot number 30. We're going to be 75% of the way through the auction after this. There's 54 pieces involved in this particular lot. Daryl's now going to set the timer at 3 minutes, but hopefully it doesn't even last that long. Some 1971 Red Sox star George Scott, a whole bunch of others. Because of everyone's great participation, I'm not even going to waste time on this. I'm going to throw in another great sheet of cards right there. And yet another vintage sports cards. It's what we do. It's how I started out in this business and emulated into other categories. Went from baseball cards to tobacco baseball cards to other tobacco cards to tobacco items to other interests, such as gum is one of my collecting interests, chewing gum, vintage stuff. And many other things over the years. Right now, our specialty is country store items. Anything that would have been found in a country store. It brings back memories to my very young years when country stores were still around, and I just loved them until these mini markets took over everything and Walmart and drove out all the country stores, etc. We still have a few around in the area, and I try to frequent those as much as possible simply because I like them better. Yes, chiclets and chlorets, absolutely. Even Sen-Sens. Let's see if you remember Sen-Sens. I'll tell you what, my assistant Beverly has come up with an incredible idea here. I wasn't going to throw this in tonight, but I have, and this is going to sell a lot, so get ready quickly, please. I appreciate everyone's business. Also, Hubba Bubba Bubble Gum, back at you, Michael. Don't know if you remember that, but that was one of my favorites too. No Sen-Sens. Okay, yeah, they were strong. Yep, Beverly liked her Sen-Sens. She always had fresh breath. So, hot 30, you're taking it, Bruce. All right, well, I'm going to throw in what I was telling you about beforehand, an original 1950s Ted Williams. And Hubba Bubba, there you go, Michael. No doubt about it. Bubble Yum, Hubba Bubba. And I like that Big League Chew, that gum that came in the pouches.
What about blackjack?
Sweet. There you go, Bruce. Absolutely. That pin right there, I have sold for $40 in the past. Thank you again. I love the conversation and I really appreciate the purchases. Lot number 31 as we begin our final 10 lots of the evening. Check out these Razzles. I absolutely love Razzles. They were a kind of a candy that turned into a gum if you ate it for a while, if I remember correctly, or maybe just a candy, but I do remember them multicolored. This lot number 31, check this out. We have a little QS advertising tablet, Quantum Sufficit pocket pad, bottle caps. Oh yes, loved them. Absolutely. Good and plenties. Razzles. Oh, Razzles candy to gum. That is correct. Razzles went candy to gum. That is right. Forget all that stuff. Sweet Tarts were another major favorite of me and my two younger brothers. We would store those, and I would actually store them away for months at a time. And we'd go to bed at night and break out some of the candy. And my brother would always ask me, now, how long have you had that stored up there? And I said, I always tell him just last week or just the other day, but usually it was about a year. Here is lot number 31. That little tablet is involved in here. Lot number 31, 21 different pieces. Some monkeys drinking what appears to be champagne or wine. The Lair piano out of Gratz, Pennsylvania. Look at this large-sized die cut for Hood's Sarsaparilla. It actually, and there's the back to it for Hood's Sarsaparilla. This card is blocking the top of that. And you can see how large that particular Hood's Sarsaparilla card is there inside this envelope. Lot number 31. Oh, yeah, Pop Rocks. The ones that got me in trouble in middle school. Absolutely. I would, they bounce all over your mouth and in your throat and all that kind of good stuff. I want to thank the 5 different buyers in particular this evening and all those that are tuned in. Having a wonderful time. You make the time go fast and enjoyable. This lot, number 31, consists of approximately 21 different trade cards. And I'm going to say, yeah, the Pop Rocks were awesome. That was absolutely one of the favorites. I really liked them. I would always jam the whole pack into my mouth so I could, really get the full effect of it right away. Couldn't wait. You got Diamond Dies original booklet in this particular lot. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. Then I would always drink a soda with the Pop Rocks to really set them off. Yeah. I won a lot of friends back in school with that sort of trick. Diamond Dies booklet. The back side of it featuring a witch-style person at the clothesline. I thought we would have sold this one by now. These are just a dandy little lot right there. Lots of money to be made. An African-American sewing thread, Victorian trade card. Other trade cards. These are the good ones. An unfolded booklet trade card that was never folded, featuring Boucher's German syrup. Oh, there it's sold. Thank you, Bruce. That is a fantastic lot. And because I know you need them, I'm going to throw in 18 vintage baseball cards. Yes, I remember that. There was a thing going around of people dying from Pop Rocks about the same time the thing was going around about Mikey the Life cereal boy dying. I remember all that. It's amazing how that stuff got around. I'm interested in where you're from, Michael, if you're a Pennsylvania guy or where you're from. But that's cool. Death by Pop Rocks. You're right, Picky Nicky. I remember it well. I never knew if it was true or not. Bruce, thank you for buying the trade cards. One of my personal favorites of all the things that I buy are Victorian trade cards. I'm constantly looking for them, and I used to find a lot more Huntington Valley, near Philadelphia, that area, Michael. I think I know where you're talking about. PA, yes, I know exactly where that's at. There was a guy named Ron Oser that had an auction down there. I used to buy stuff out of, and actually went to his house down there one time. Ron Oser. Lot number 32 is 19 pieces of vintage Valentines. Oh, I didn't know Pop Rocks were still out there. My days of eating those are over.
I always see them somewhere. I don't know where they were.
Vintage Valentines here, lot number 32. Right. Ron Oser is not in business anymore, if that's who you mean. That is correct. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a better part of 20 years. Used to see him at bigger shows. I was a younger guy back then, hitting all the big shows, going around buying up baseball cards and non-sport cards, and loved it. Back when the stuff was much more plentiful. Take a look at some of these awesome Valentine cards in this particular lot. I think it is lot number 32, 19 pieces, Valentines. Daryl mentions loving candy cigarettes when he was a kid. I remember those well. Walk around when I was like 8 years old pretending to smoke a candy cigarette. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Stevenson's auction or Silvio's Deli. I've only ever been in that area a couple times in my life. I hit Pennsylvania really hard. I love that Philadelphia area. Actually, I found out that you could, it used to be a sports card dealer. Okay, back when it was plentiful. Yes. You probably went to the old Fort Washington show and Willow Grove even. I started going to Fort Washington in about 1992-ish. Check out this awesome Valentine's card. It does open up with more graphics on the inside. Okay. Yeah, I definitely will try Silvio's. A lollipop. This is actually what I was talking about earlier. This lollipop, you would have held lollipops. The stick would have went in the slit here and held lollipops. This is a vintage lollipop holder. 3-minute time limit has expired here on lot number 32, and I'm talking a lot. Yep, Fort Washington for sure. I miss Fort Washington. I love that show. Loved it. I counted one time like 28 in a row I didn't miss, and it was a solid 2-hour drive flying in my vehicle from Snyder County, Pennsylvania, about an hour north of Harrisburg. But I always managed to make it in 2 hours, driving like a fool. More vintage cards, little 2-piecer there. Okay. Great little cat Valentine piece, mechanical piece. And here is a super cool Valentine. This should sell a lot. This Valentine actually has the original candy still attached to it. Yes, Fort Washington was the show. I got to know a lot of those dealers over the years, and I still deal with some of them. Not sure if you remember the name Dave Zuba or not, but he's a friend of mine. This is lot number 32. We have laid out 19 different, really attractive vintage Valentine cards. Hoping to sell this lot. Yeah, that's what my mom used to tell me. Don't eat the candy, but I ate it anyway. Now, I think what's going to sell this lot Lot number 32. It should already be sold with all these awesome, really cool Valentines that are here. But we have an 1895 mechanical trade card. And this trade card says, the effects of using inferior and low-grade tobaccos. See that? They make him sad. But if you use their tobacco, it makes him happy. That's called a metamorphic trade card. And it says the result of using Wilson and McCallie's standard Happy Thought Wave line plug tobacco. Wow, that's a lot of words for one tobacco. But you smoke their tobacco, you know, that really healthy, vibrant cigarette smoke that makes people, back then when kids were 10 years old, smoking their cigarettes because they knew it was healthy and great for you. That's what you got when you use, okay, there we go. Picky Nicky, thank you so much. You'll enjoy that mechanical trade card. More advertising on the back of that.
I'm gonna put that in there.
And Picky Nicky, not sure if you're into vintage baseball cards, but right now, that's what I'm kind of offering as an extra prize. If nothing else, you could get some of your money back on that already great purchase. That metamorphic trade card alone is a $30 piece. Lot number 33, as we head into that, 46 pieces. Another miscellaneous paper lot where Carter has chimed in and done well with this evening, and we're thankful for that. Approximately 46 pieces. We have never used Apana toothpaste boxes. Several of those. I'm going to start that 3-minute timer just for our purposes here to let us know how long we've had this lot up. We also have Cress's advertising display pieces here. This one says Gala Hold Bob Bobby Pins. I'll take 33, says Carter. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. That's all still together there. We'll be able to put that away immaculately. Lot number 34 consists of, and get ready for this, 5 different press kits. As soon as Wendy gets that typed in, we'll get this rolling. We'll accept the first bid that rolls in on these. The press kits include Pogues, Peace and Love. You'll see what's in here is a photo and an extensive bio. Oh, and in this bio, let me see what's in here. Rolling Stones, random notes. And these are on official paper, high gloss paper that's 1989. Okay, Michael Whalen, you got it. And I thank you for that. And because I have a couple extra press kits here, well, first of all, you're getting all the other ones, which we won't show at this time, but I will include another 1, 2, 3, 4 amazing press kits with your purchase. I thank you for that. Lot number 35 consists of 54 different pieces, and I'm going to show you the highlight in here. So get ready for this. We have, all right, good, Michael. I'm glad you like that stuff. There's a lot of these guys I heard of and a lot of guys I haven't. But this is what should sell this lot right away. Sheet number 1, we have a 1947 Bond Bred Ted Williams baseball card. If you check my eBay completed auctions for like about a year ago, I had a series of these, and I was getting anywhere from $45 to $95 a Ted Williams Bond Bred card. That's 1947 Ted Williams, original baseball card. We offer no reproductions. Okay, Bruce, thank you so much. Taking that particular lot, and we're going to mix it up on you a little bit. We're going to add in 3 vintage football card lots with a 1972 Joe Namath. Lot number 36 is, been saying this a lot lately. We're finishing strong this evening. The lot number 36 is one of my favorite lots. It's 8 pieces, but I want you to check out what these pieces are. You got 3-dimensional, magnificent, vintage Valentines with wonderful scenes on them. Fabulous condition. This again opens up. Look at that. Opens up into a fantastic display of a Valentine here. Original flowers on them. Yeah, you can see if you can sit them up. Daryl, sit them up. Not sure if they'll stand as is. Might have to lean up against something. But amazing die cuts, or you can lay them down. Opened up. And here's another one. We look at this particular Valentine. Opens up into a 3-dimensional scene with Frosty the Snowman and a little girl down below with an opening piece there. 3 Bears style story piece. Yet another open 3-dimensional. Thank you, Bruce. I like them too. I think they're very cool. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, here's a boy with, I'm not sure if that's an airplane or not. I think it is an airplane there at the top of that. Yeah, scene right there. You see how these open up and become 3-dimensional? Yeah, I'm a major fan of these things. Just to have survived the test of time is amazing. This little guy, magnificent die cut. Again, thanks for commenting on that, Bruce. Take a look at this one. Kitty cat. And we reach across here, we open that up, and look what we have at the bottom of the little kitty cat. Beautiful piece. I'll show you how that shuts up. Watch the flick of a thumb. Boom. Shut down. Do this. Open it up. Let it go. Boom. Back to the original piece. I could play with that little guy all day long. Let me see here. What lot is this again? Oh, lot number 36. Now, people, get ready. Get ready to type it in. It's a no-brainer. Look at this massive piece. As you can see from the size of my hands here, I open this little beauty up. Look at that. Beautiful thing, except for this one that's fallen down, but it can be easily glued back. What an amazing Victorian display, where I promise you I could get $75 plus, maybe $100 plus at Allentown. For this piece alone, I'm offering you all of these pieces for $40. Check this 3-dimensional beauty out. Look at that display from the side. Trying to get that in there. Yes, Bruce. Smart move. Great item. And because of where I'm at here this evening and throw these 27 cards in. Again, next week I am going to be underway with finding unique special items to sell you to add in at the end and make everything go. Lot number 37, 54 pieces. That are 6 full sheets. Let me just win you over by showing you the first page here. We have a 1968 Willie Mays Topps insert baseball card. We also have Phil Niekro, 1975 Topps, all-time base stealer at that time, Lou Brock, before broken by Ricky Henderson. A famous Bill Buckner rookie card over here. Gaylord Perry, 75 Topps. Jim Palmer, Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, one of the greatest hitters of my lifetime. All in the first sheet of cards. Hall of Famer Billy Williams. All-Star Frank White, 2000 hit career. Phil Niekro. Steve Carlton on a Coca-Cola card that you don't see every day. Mike Schmidt on a same Coca-Cola card. Thank you, Bruce. Lot number 40. That is a great lot of baseball cards, and I'm going to make it even better with 27 more vintage cards to include Elston Howard, All-Star New York Yankees 1962 Topps, and many others. Brooks Robinson. Now, lot number 38 consists of 7 pieces, all, I believe, Hallmark in the original packages. And I'm going to show you these. These are great, never used. Yeah, Coke cards. Yep, I remember them too, Mike. Absolutely. Take a look at the Hallmark. This is Nut Cups, the Lion, 4 inches tall. Never perforated or used. Susie, hi. Yes, we would like to add you to our list of bidders. Michael, I can't thank you enough for telling Susie about that. Thank you so much. We do have fun here and we give great values. Here is Hallmark Nut Cups Lion, 4 inches tall. All of the unused, unperforated vintage Hallmark in the original envelope sets. We then go to Hallmark Nut Cups. This one hasn't even been opened. So I'm not going to tear that open and reach inside. It's a Native American Indian shoes with what appear to be jelly beans or gumballs in them. You would get all of these items. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate the kind words. I really do. It means a lot to me. Here's an example of the lion. This is the actual centerpiece of the lion. Take a look at this folding piece that is just one piece inside of here. We also have the lion's head and many other things. I'm not even going to open the rest of this right now due to time constraints because I want to show you everything else. Then we have Snoopy, a Peanuts, centerpiece, Hallmark in the original mailer as the only grouping of these I've ever had, to be honest with you. We have Snoopy here. I can see his design from the outside. We'll open him up. We have him there. And then we open Snoopy the other way. I guess he opens from the top. And you see the original Snoopy centerpiece with the bottom part, the string attachment, and it has Snoopy flying a kite. And I'm not sure what else is in there. Daryl's reaching in. There you go. Show you the rest of the pieces that are in there. This is the original Snoopy put out by Hallmark. We'll fold that back up neatly and put that back in the package. Comes with the original kite. And again, this is the only time I've ever owned these. And I think I put all that I have in that lot. This is a Hallmark pop-up decoration, the 3 Little Pigs. I'm looking at these for absolutely the first time ever. Take a look at this. This is amazing. The 3 Little Pigs pop-up decorations. And has it all there in working order. Thank you for your help there. Yep. 3 Little Pigs. Yes, Susie, Wendy will be glad to take all your information. If you want to bid in this auction and the remaining several lots, you're more than welcome to do so. This is the entire Hallmark setup here for the 3 Little Pigs in one envelope. I'm guessing these are circa 1970s because here's a clown party centerpiece for only $1.49 in the original envelope. We have not yet, and all the pieces are in there. I'll just show you one piece as it comes out here of this centerpiece for the clown. You can buy all 7 of these in the original envelopes, vintage table centerpieces for just $40. And the last one that we're showing you here in this group of 7 is a party centerpiece called Kitty Cat. And of all things, there's a putty tat right on the front there. We'll show you what's in here. Oh, there's the kitten's bow tie. Anyone that's a cat fan should get a kick out of this. I haven't seen this before. Here is the cat from the side view. is a cat. And here's the bow tie to the cat. Okay, and I probably have this backwards. I'm trying to do this the best I can here. Not much for this type of delicate work. But that is the cat with the bow tie in the original packaging. It's 7 different vintage. My guess is 1970s Hallmark pieces in the original package. I just uncovered those about 2 weeks ago and thought they would make a unique lot in this auction. I thank for everyone out there for all their positive comments on what we do and how we do it. I appreciate that very much. All 7 of these are being offered for just $40. And I know this has nothing to do with the Hallmark centerpieces, but in order to sell this lot, due to extreme gratefulness from everyone participating this evening, I will put in this music press kit with the lot as seen, which includes a photo of this artist in the press kit. In case you joined us late, I encourage you to check out my 2 eBay store sites, which we feature at the beginning of this auction, and you can watch it all on a replay on YouTube. You'll see what I get for these music press kits that I've gotten over the past year. But also, we have Corey Hart, a music press kit that includes a photo and the complete bio. Please check these out and see that I've gotten over $100 for certain music press kits, and I've done that. Been fortunate enough to be able to get that more than 100 times, maybe up to 150 times on different music press kits in different genres. Next week, we are including some rap music press kits in our auction. Rap music is the #1 seller. I didn't know that until I bought this. I'm not a music person per se, but they surprised my world with what they bought. And finally, in this lot, in order to get it done, here's a $40 lot by itself. $40 item, Bruce Hornsby and the Range. One of the groups that I listened to growing up. Yes, it is huge. Early rap, that's exactly right. I got as much as $257 for one rap press kit, just like this, a photo and a piece of paper. This is actually more than a piece of paper. This is multiple pages of Bruce Hornsby and the Range. This is still lot number 38, 7 pieces. Great, Bruce, thank you for taking that. And because you did, I am throwing in a Thomas Dolby press kit that includes 2 photos, 2 different photos of Thomas Dolby and the paperwork. And I'm also throwing in Terrence Trent D'Arby. 2 different photos and the paperwork. Thank you so much, Bruce. Again, yeah, helped really just make this auction special tonight. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, I'm working on that mantle. I don't, if you don't mind a photocopy, that would be great. But that's tough. You bet, Bruce. Lot number 39, 54 pieces. Let's see what's on the first sheet right here. Well, we got a 1960 Fleer Jimmy Fox baseball card in excellent condition. Lot number 39. Everyone on this front sheet is a Hall of Famer, with the exception of Thurman Munson, who is as popular as any Hall of Famer. We also have Pete Rose, Hack Wilson, original 61 Fleer card. Another Pete Rose, Luis Aparicio, Bob Gibson. Just on that front sheet alone, we go to the next sheet. We have a Gary Matthews rookie, Pete Rose, George Brett, Billy Martin, 1971 Topps. Yes, Michael, if I find an extra couple Mickey Mantles from 52, I'll send them your way. I actually have owned one in my lifetime, and I regret selling it based on what they're going for today. I had a PSA 3, and I bought that in Haddonfield, New Jersey. It had to be close to 20, 25 years ago now. All of these cards being sold for $40. We even have a 55 Tops card jammed into a 9-pocket sleeve there. That is no doubt the work of my good friend Daryl right there. We're selling all of these cards for one price. $54 cards for $40. You don't have to ask me twice. I know what you're thinking. When's he going to throw in some free stuff? Even if Daryl didn't start the 3-minute timer. When's he going to do this? I'm going to do it. I'll tell you a little story later about 86 Fleer basketball. I'll tell you that next week. It's a doozy. Just happened a couple weeks ago. But throwing in this 9-pocket sheet of vintage football. Another 9-pocket sheet of vintage football. And a really cool 9-pocket sheet of vintage football. All of that for $40. We are on the next to last lot of the auction.
Sold.
Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate that. And because of that, I'm going to throw in my best sheet of the evening of vintage football. Early 50s. If I could show you this. Your early 50s football cards. Throwing that in with your purchase. And yet another early 50s football card sheet. Thank you so much. Lot number 40, die cut airplane. Yes, thank you, Bruce. Get ready for this one. It needs no introduction. And I was going to up the price on this beyond $40 and make this one $80 to $100 because I could sell it at Allentown for anywhere from $100 to $200. I'm going to pull this out of the case it's in. This thing is unbelievable. This is a little thank you to all of you out there. Check out this lot right now. Here is the airplane. It's a die cut. It is circa 1910. I would know, well, maybe 20s. An early airplane. Check it out. And we're going to open this baby up and show you. It's kind of hard to really get that shown on here to make it look as good as it does in person. But this airplane, we are selling tonight for the first person to come in at $40. We're going to be back at you 1 week from tonight. We'll show you the other side of the airplane. Complete. Little bit of, okay. Thank you so much, Bruce. That's a no-brainer. One of my favorite pieces of the entire evening. Thank you so much. We're going to be back here June 9th, Wednesday, which is 1 week from tonight at 7 p.m. And because of you guys making all of this possible, I am going to bring some special extra gifts and incentives, teasers, surprises along. And I thank you for all of the new people, Michael, Susie, and all of the people that participated this evening. Thank you, Carter. And as always, thank you, Bruce, very much for everything. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday night. We're going to put our sheet out here, excuse me, for you to look at our information. Carter, thank you so much. Appreciate your constant following of what we do here. And thank you for everything. This is our information. These are our eBay sites here. Again, fully transparent. If you get a chance, go into our eBay sites, check out our completed auctions and see the amounts that we have got for the items that we sold on there. We enjoy coming up with great things. Good night, Bruce. Thank you again. And thank all of you for getting the word out about Showers Antiquities. We super appreciate that. And we promise to really excite you with awesome new vintage items of collectability and items that you can make money off of. Susie, hope you see you back here next week. Good night, Michael. Good night, Bruce, and everyone else. Carter, thank you so much. I appreciate having you here this evening. We will have our photos up for next week's auction as early as tomorrow evening. So check in using this information here. You can do this on a replay on YouTube. Check in using this information, and you'll have directions on how to look at the photos and get to them. and you will see everything that we're offering next week, and a lot of things you will not see that we will surprise you with next week. Thank you for tuning in from a very grateful Showers Antiquities. Have a nice night.